Alright, let's settle a bet. You're at a backyard barbecue, someone's cousin's lab jumps into the pool, does a perfect Olympic dive and everyone cheers. Then someone nudges their boxer toward the steps and it's a disaster. Panic, splashing, and a very unhappy dog. Welcome back to For Pet Guardians. I'm your host, and today we're debunking a massive myth that has led to a lot of soggy, stressed-out pups. The myth? All dogs are born swimmers. Sit down, grab a drink because we're going deep. We're talking about the aquatic myth, the breeds that are basically Navy SEALs, and why your 80 pounds / 36 kilograms best friend might actually be built like a cinder block. First things first, the doggy paddle is a survival instinct, not a hobby. Just because a dog kicks their legs when you hold them over water doesn't mean they're the next Michael Phelps. It means they don't want to drown. Big difference, right? In the US and Canada, we see a lot of adventure dogs on Instagram. We see them on kayaks and docks. But science and anatomy tells a different story. To be a built-in swimmer, a dog needs 3 things: buoyancy, propulsion, and insulation. If your dog is top-heavy, think bulldogs, pit bulls, or even some very muscular mastiffs, their center of gravity is all wrong. If the front weighs significantly more than the back sinks. And once that happens, the nose goes under. Not a fun day at the lake. Now, let's talk about the biological wonders. The ones that make it look easy. If you own one of these, you're essentially living with a semi-aquatic mammal. 1. The Labrador Retriever, the classic. They've got webbed toes and a rudder for a tail. But here's the expert tip: watch their weight. A lab that's pushed past 85 pounds / 38 kilograms isn't an athlete anymore, they're an anchor. We want them lean so they can stay buoyant. 2. The Newfoundland, these guys are the tugboats of the dog world. I've seen a Newfie pull a drowning person out of the water like it was nothing. They have a massive lung capacity and a double coat that keeps them bone dry at the skin level. 3. The Portuguese Water Dog, the name says it all. Historically, these guys lived on fishing boats. They'd herd fish into nets. Talk about a career path. They have a curly, waterproof coat that's a nightmare to groom but a dream for swimming. But even with these pros, you can't just toss them in and expect a gold medal. Experience and confidence matter just as much as genes. On the flip side, we have the anchors. And I say this with love. If you're a guardian to a brachycephalic breed, the flat-faced guys, swimming is a high-risk sport. Pugs, Frenchies, and English bulldogs have short airways. They have to tilt their heads up much higher just to breathe while paddling. That tilt causes their butt to sink. It's a literal uphill battle. And then there's the dense crowd. Basset hounds? Heavy bones, short legs. Dachshunds? Long spine, tiny legs, great for tunnels, terrible for treading water. If you're taking these guys to the Great Lakes or a Florida beach, a life jacket isn't optional. It's their ticket to the party. So, how do you know where your dog stands? Before we get to the actual how-to, in part 2, do the pub test assessment this weekend. 1. Check the paws, spread those toes. Is there a thin membrane of skin? That's your propeller. 2. The coat test. Is it oily? Does it repel water like a rain jacket? If so, they've got the insulation. 3. The vibe check. Does your dog enjoy a bath? If they hide under the bed when the faucet turns on, they probably aren't ready for the Atlantic Ocean. Being a pet guardian means respecting who your dog is, not who you want them to be. If they want to stay on the sand and guard the cooler while you swim, that's a valid choice. We're getting our feet wet now. I'm going to show you the exact gear you need, including why I'm obsessed with specific life jackets for 70 pounds / 32 kilograms dogs, and how to introduce them to the water without causing a lifelong phobia. I've seen it 1,000 times at the local pond. Someone thinks the best way to teach a dog to swim is the sink or swim method. They toss their 65 pounds / 30 kilograms golden into the deep end and laugh while the dog panics. Don't be that person. That's not training. That's how you create a lifelong water phobia and a massive vet bill. Welcome back to For Pet Guardians. I'm your host. Today we're doing the dry run. Before your pup even touches the water, you need a plan, the right gear, and an eye for hidden dangers. Let's get into the mechanics of safety. People ask me all the time, my dog is a lab, why does he need a life jacket? Well, why do Olympic sailors wear them? Because exhaustion happens. Cramps happen. When you're looking for a vest for a large breed, say a 75 pounds / 34 kilograms athlete, you aren't just looking for cute. You're looking for 2 things: buoyancy under the chin, to keep that heavy head above water, and a heavy-duty handle on the back. If you have to haul a wet, slippery 80 pounds / 36 kilograms dog back onto a boat or a dock, you'll thank me for that handle. Pro tip: put the jacket on at home first. Let them wear it while they eat dinner. Let them realize it's a good thing coat, not a scary thing coat. That's the first step of your dry run. Alright, you're at the lake. It's a calm morning. Here is your play-by-play. Step 1. Find a zero-entry spot. Think beach or ramp, not a pier or a steep bank. Your dog needs to feel the ground under their paws as long as possible. Walk with them. Don't call them from the deep water. Walk side by side in the shallows. Use the high-value treats, the smelly stuff, the freeze-dried liver. When they get their paws wet, they get a jackpot. When the water hits their chest, another jackpot. The cradle technique. Once they start to float, put your hand under their belly. Just a little lift. It tells them, I've got you. You'll feel their back legs start to kick. That's the moment the light bulb goes on. Keep it short. 5 minutes, then back to the sand for a victory lap. Now, let's talk about the stuff that keeps me up at night. Not every body of water is safe. If you're in Florida, Texas, or the Great Lakes region, you need to know about cyanobacteria, blue-green algae. It looks like spilled pea soup or green paint on the surface. It is lethal. If your dog licks their fur after swimming in that, it can be game over in hours. Always check local public works websites before you head out. If the water is stagnant and stinks, stay on the grass. And for the pool owners? Chlorine isn't just for killing bacteria. It dries out a dog's skin and can irritate those sensitive eyes. Always, and I mean always, rinse your dog with fresh water after a session. Think of it as their post-swim spa treatment. Before you head out, here's your For Pet Guardians kit list. 1. Fresh water. Don't let them drink the lake or pool water. Bring a bowl and a gallon of the good stuff. 2. The towel. A microfiber one is best for large breeds. You've got a lot of surface area to dry. 3. Sunscreen. Yes, really? If your dog has a thin coat or a pink nose, they can burn just like you. Training is about trust. You're building a bond that's going to last a lifetime. But what if your dog is older? What if they've got creaky joints and can't move like they used to? There's nothing that hits a pet guardian harder than watching their best friend slow down. You know the signs: the stiff back legs in the morning, the hesitation before climbing into the car, the way your 90 pounds / 41 kilograms Labrador looks at the stairs like they're Mount Everest. We want more time. We want more quality. And today I'm telling you that the closest thing we have to a time machine for our seniors is a body of water. Welcome back to For Pet Guardians. I'm your host, and today we're talking about the old timers and why hydrotherapy is a game changer for senior dogs and even, believe it or not, some senior cats. Let's talk physics for a second. When your dog is standing on the grass, 100% of their weight is crushing down on those aging joints. If you've got a large breed, that's a lot of pressure on hips and elbows. But when you get them into the water up to their chest, buoyancy takes over. It's like magic. Suddenly, that 80 pounds / 36 kilograms frame feels like it weighs almost nothing. The water supports them, allowing them to move their muscles without the bang, bang, bang of gravity on their bones. This isn't just fun. This is medicine. It builds muscle mass, which acts like a natural brace for their joints. It's cardiovascular health without the risk of a sprain. For an old dog, water is freedom. Now, you can't treat a 12-year-old shepherd like a 2-year-old pup. The rules change when the muzzle goes gray. Here is the 4 Pet Guardian Senior Protocol. 1. The vet check. I'm an expert, but I'm not your vet. Before you start, get the all clear. We need to make sure their heart and lungs are as ready as their spirit. 2. The life jacket is mandatory. I don't care if they were a dock diving champion in 2018. Seniors tire out instantly. Muscle weakness is real. A life jacket gives them the confidence to relax into the water rather than fighting to stay afloat. For a 75 pounds / 34 kilograms dog, that extra buoyancy is the difference between a workout and a panic attack. 3. Warmth is key. Cold water can actually make stiff joints worse. If you're using a pool, try to find one that's heated. If it's a lake, wait for the summer months. Cold water is for the youngsters. The seniors deserve the spa treatment. Now, I know what you're thinking. My site is For Pet Guardians and I talk about senior cats too. Are you really suggesting I put my cat in the pool? Well, maybe not the backyard pool. But professional feline hydrotherapy is an exploding field. For senior cats struggling with obesity or extreme arthritis, underwater treadmills are a literal lifesaver. It's controlled, it's safe, and because it's low impact, even a cat that hates a bath can learn to appreciate the weightlessness. It's about mobility, folks. If your cat can't jump on the sofa anymore, water might be the answer. Your senior dog will try to overdo it just to please you. They have the heart of a lion but the body of, well, a senior. Watch for the droop. When their chin starts dipping toward the water or their rear end starts sinking lower, the session is over. Keep it short. 10 minutes in the water is like a 45-minute walk on land. Don't push it. We want them feeling better the next morning, not more sore. At the end of the day, being a guardian means being an advocate for those who can't speak. If you can give your old friend one more summer of splashing, one more season of feeling light and fast, you've done your job. That's it for our 3-part series on swimming. Head over to forpetguardians.com. I've put together a special section on senior supplements and mobility gear that pairs perfectly with a swimming routine. This is how we keep them around longer. I'm your name/brand, and this has been For Pet Guardians. Give your seniors an extra scratch behind the ears for me tonight. Cheers.